from all walks of life have been pouring into tree farms just like this one to pick out the perfect Christmas tree.
Come, let us adore Him. Oh,
Now, if you ever picked out your own tree before, you know not just any tree will do. It's got to be the right shape, the right height, not too skinny, not too round. It's estimated that in the U.S., there are 35 to 40 million real Christmas trees sold during the holiday season every single year. That doesn't even take into account all the people who have artificial trees. In addition to all those evergreens, there are 150 million strands of lights sold every year for Christmas. Now, there's no denying that we love our holiday displays, don't we? Whether you have a real tree, whether you have a not-so-real tree, or even a Charlie Brown tree, or perhaps nothing at all. When you see an evergreen in the winter, you're probably going to think about Christmas. The majority of people feel like decorating their tree is vital to the Christmas experience. Now, some go the classical route with their tree decorations, and some like the shiny, glitzy look, and some even go with a theme. I prefer that a tree is clean and simple, but it has to be wrapped in all white lights because we know that's the right way of doing it, right? Tree decorating has become something directly linked to how we see, experience, and interact with the holiday season. But have you ever really stopped to ask why? Why did this happen? Where did this symbol of decorating trees come from? Where did this whole Christmas tree tradition start? Sure, there are many accounts, but I love the one story about the Christmas tree and the famous reformer Martin Luther. It is said that Martin Luther was responsible for introducing the use of the Christmas tree and lighting them in his home in Germany. It is said that one evening, Martin Luther was walking through the forest, thinking about his up-and-coming sermon he was going to preach. And as he was thinking and praying, he looked up to the trees and he saw the stars in the sky. They seemed to be hanging on the evergreen trees that were recently dusted with snow. And in that moment, he was reminded of the stars that hung that very night that Jesus was born. He realized in a new way what it meant for the light of the world to bring us life. Martin Luther was so overcome with joy and awe and the beauty of the scene that he rushed home to tell his family about what he had experienced. That only when he got there, he couldn't find the right words to explain what just happened in the forest. So legend tells us that Martin Luther went back to the forest frustrated and cut down the evergreen tree, dragged it into his house, stood it up, and decorated the tree with candles. He then told his family about the lights on the tree, representing the light that is to come from the heavens, which was Jesus Christ, the babe born in the manger. You see, for much of human history, the evergreen has been a symbol of life in the midst of the dead of winter. Where other trees are dying because of the cold, harsh winter elements, the evergreen tree stands tall, vibrant, and full of life. It reminds us that out of what we would consider to be cold, hard moments in our lives, that there can come life for those who are in Christ Jesus. It reminds us that what is broken can be made whole, that out of hopeless circumstances can come purpose and destiny. The evergreen tree reminds us that even in those seasons of our lives, even the ones we simply want to endure, out of them can come fulfillment and beauty. Sure, Christmas trees are beautiful decorations. It's fun to decorate them with your family and even hide presents underneath the tree. But they can be so much more if we allow them to be. They can be symbols that remind us we've been given new life because of Jesus, even when it seems like everything around us is dying. They can remind us of the light of the world who left the heavens for you and for me, even when everything else looks so dark. A Christmas tree can be just a tree, or it can remind us of the reason for this season, the birth of the greatest gift the world has ever known.